Good day, viewers. Walter here. Today I thought I would try to itemize just a few things. I'm just going by memory. I'm sure I'll forget some of it. But try to list some of the things I've done in the process of resurrecting my boat. And maybe list a few things I need to do yet. We'll start out with things I can think of that I've already done. I knew my motor had set for a long time. Never was properly winterized or anything else. So I changed the gear lube in the lower foot, which is something that should have been done before it was put away. Had I been unfortunate enough that some water had been in that lower foot, meaning that section of the bottom of the motor down there, if any water had got in there, and it can get leaked in there, freezing during the winters that's gone by would have damaged the engine. I was lucky when I drained it. It was dirty oil, a little dirty, but it wasn't no water in that oil to speak of. A little bit of gumminess come out of it. So we got that job done. I put that box on the back of my boat right there, and I'm pretty sure I showed a video about it, but that's where my battery charger is. There's my battery charger, and it's maintaining both batteries. The battery for the trolling motor, which I don't even have a trolling motor, but I have accessories on here, and the battery for starting the boat. Put a switch up there and reinstall my bilge pump back here to the back. It is a bilge pump, but it's not for bilges, not with a pontoon boat. It's used for my live well, and I think I've still got some work to do on that. Got my fuel lines hooked up again this morning. We worked on that and ran the boat. I had a fuel filter I was putting in that system, and all it wanted to do was leak. I was putting an extra fuel filter. I got aggravated and jerked it out of there. Cleaned out the fuel tanks on this boat, which was a major project. My wife got out here and worked her buns off. Of course I did some of it too. But scrubbing and cleaning the upholstery and the seat covers and the vinyl, all the vinyl on top of the boat, it was really gummed up with algae and dirt. She worked hard on that. So we got the inside fairly well clean. We're going to clean it again. I'll show you what we did on the Bimini cover today. We took it off and opened it up, found dirt dauber's nest and wasp in there. And the zipper, that Bimini cover has a protective cover over it, like a sleeve. And it's been exposed to the weather all these years, and the zipper dry rotted. I'm just holding it closed with clothespins right now. This morning we got out here and cranked the boat up. Had to disconnect the fuel line, take that extra fuel filter I put on there, because it was dripping. I don't know what's the matter with the O-rings on that thing. I'm throwing that darn thing away. We know it'll run. This morning, since I had to disconnect that fuel line, I had to give it one little shot of carburetor cleaner to get it to fire off. I don't know if it had air in it or what. But then it just starts on the first turn of the key. But today I thought I would open that Bimini cover and let's see what that looks like. I'm going to squirt a little WD-40 on this zipper because it ain't been unzipped in 12 years and it looks all gumped up with algae and stuff on this cover on here. While I got it off, I'm probably going to wash this cover. It's pretty nasty. Big mud dauber nest off. Full of wasp and dirt daubers. What other jobs have I had to do? This back here was full of oil and grease and gunk. I had to clean out that void space you see right here in the back of this center pontoon. That was a gummy mess. Got that cleaned out. It's been collecting dirt and algae in there for years. What other jobs have I done? Oh yeah. James and I replaced the tires on this trailer and cleaned and repacked all the bearings, wheel bearings. Didn't want to take any chance on a hot axle overheating going down the road. We've worked on a couple of these side marker lights. As for up on the boat, I've tinkered with the radio a little bit. Got a new kill switch put on right there. The other one was getting deteriorated. Worked on some tears in the upholstery up there on the carpets. We haven't cleaned the outside at all. That has to be done. Up there on the tongue of the trailer, we took all this latch assembly out of the tongue and replaced it with a brand new one. Put a new strap on the winch up there. Got that job done. I made a special bracket on the side to hold my redesigned fishing nets. When I catch them big old fishies, I can reach over there and get that net and reach right out halfway across the lake and get him. It's got a 10-foot handle on it. I'll zoom in on one of my little brackets. I guess we can see it from this angle. I bolted a piece of PVC that's bigger than the handle on my fishing net in two different places up there. And my fishing net will snap right down into that holder. And first I just had the PVC where you had to slide it out the end. That was a pain. But I got it notched out where you just reach over there and get that net and you're working on that big old fish. We still have to check the pressure in the tires. I'm going to get my stickers on the boat. I took all my old decals off right here. I don't know if you can see it in this film or not. Used to be Georgia 6225SK. It'll still be Georgia 6225SK with a new decal up there. But it'll have some shiny new numbers. Got my anchor ropes coiled and hanging here, but I've got new anchor ropes to replace these with. They're nasty, kind of faded and dry rotted over the years, so we're going to replace them. You'd be surprised how much new ropes with these nylon ropes cost. They're a pain in the tail. A couple more jobs we did on this trailer, on the boat and the trailer, was redid that strap on the winch right there. Mounted one of my old tires up under there on a bracket for a spare tire. I repaired the latch on this front gate. In fact, that ain't even a latch. I had to make a homemade thing for that. Anyway, I'm sure I haven't itemized everything that we've done so far. We've done quite a few jobs. Got new anchor ropes to put on here. I got the old anchor ropes hanging here on my lantern holder. We've cleaned this boat pretty well, but the outside hadn't been cleaned yet. I'm open to suggestions on how to clean this aluminum on the side of these pontoons. They make all kind of mag wheel cleaners. It costs you a small fortune to clean that much aluminum. There ought to be something that would shine aluminum. I'm wondering what some scouring powder would do. Anyway, that's not much of a vlog for today. We did show off the Bimini cover a little bit. What other jobs have I done? I said I tinkered with the radio up there. Jobs that I need to do yet. I got a list of several things I want to do before actually taking it fishing. Gonna finish cleaning up that upholstery and repairing some places up there that were damaged by a little mouse. Gotta finish installing the toilet. All the numbers faded out on my console up there on my lights. They got some rocker switches up there, but you can't read what they are. So you either got to know what the switch is or take a guess whether it's navigation lights or marker lights or what you're turning off and on. Wife's got one of them little labelers, old-fashioned style, where you just click your alphabet in there and spell what you want to write and glue it up there. Checking all the wiring under my console under there and fuse panels. I did quite a bit of that, but I want to finish checking all that wiring out. I've tested my sonar fish finder up there. It's an older model fish finder, but it still works. Radio, we got it playing AM, FM, but CD player don't work. Who's got time to play with CDs when you're out there doing some serious fishing? I think I probably still got some more work to do on this Johnson 150, but I've got it running. I'm happy about that. I hope you'll tune in when we take her to the lake and watch me catch them big old fish. I'm trying to think of what other jobs I got itemized to do. There's certain items I want to take with us when we go, like I still have to install my new fire extinguisher we bought. The old one, I accidentally set it off here one day and used half the stuff up. We hung the curtains in the toilet area, which is right inside that white looking console thing there that folds up. I still need to clean the outside of the boat. Ain't much I can do with these decals that are splitting. I'm wondering if some scouring powder or something would bring the new look back to that paint. It sure won't clean off with Simple Green. I tried scrubbing that with Simple Green and it didn't do a lot. You can see right here where I was scrubbing with Simple Green, but it doesn't look a bit better. We're going to hook my boat up to my vehicle and make sure all the trailer lights work while it's hooked up to brake lights and stuff like that and turn signals. Make sure they all work. I'm sure I got a whole list of things I want to do. Resurrecting this boat has been a major project, and one reason I was so slow about getting it started again was getting back on this project was because of all the work that needed done. Found a lot of wasp nest up in my Bimini cover this morning when I cleaned it out, and some dirt daubers. I put new fuel filters and a connector where it goes in the front of the engine here. I think I already mentioned I rebuilt the carburetors on this engine. If you can call it rebuilding, I cleaned them out. Since I didn't replace the gasket, it might not be classified as rebuilding. My wife has cleaned up all the captain's chairs. You don't see them on the boat right now because they're in the garage. But there's 6 or 8 captain's chairs in there that's already been cleaned up, ready to go back on the boat. I'd like to install a bracket somewhere here on the back to hang my fishing rods in for when I catch them big old fish. You know what, I'd be happy to catch a little fish, not just a big old fish. You just might get to see Walter catch a big old fish. Love to catch them big old fish. Anyway, I appreciate you listening to my vlog today. This is Walter, signing off.